Hey everybody, welcome to Next to Nature this week with Dr. John Long. And you know, when you told me about this segment, I knew it would get kind of rocky. That's my pun for the day.
That's okay. We'll go with that.
At least you laughed.
That's
All
right.
So we're talking about gravel, and maybe like people, you can tell where a rock's been by looking at it.
That's right. That's right.
Kind of talk to us about gravel and how it forms, really.
So gravel is a sedimentary rock, so nothing really anything fancy about it. It's in the ground just like any other type of rock. The really cool thing about it is you can find it in riverbeds in large quantities. You can find it in the side of road banks that's not, that used to cover the road. It's actually in the clay itself.
Yeah.
But usually it's harvested out of large quantities in riverbeds and things like that, and then processed. But
so when we take a look at a rock like this and some of the gravel, how many years did it take to make this and get its shape? I guess
right.
You could.
So
say.
it's like any other, it's various in amount of time that you use. Like petrified wood is much older than gravel would be, just because of location, time, things like that. I would say that probably gravel is a little bit more newer, younger than a lot of types of rock. One of the things that, because it's a sedimentary rock and it's found in rivers, the flow of that water is what really rounds the gravel off and makes it smooth. So a lot of times, and sure you'll find some that are broken, but majority of it's smooth, and that's the reason, because of that agitation, that water just rolling it and making it smooth. And of course, it's a great aggregate for different types of roadways, driveways. Can be used anything from asphalt to just a general covering of a road. But it's excellent for that type of I guess low cost drive material that you would drive over. So.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about some uses. One
Right.
thing, you could do it for landscaping somewhat too.
You can. Another really cool use, I think, is of pea gravel. And a lot of people think of pea gravel as that smaller variety of gravel, and it's actually can be used for brim beds. People will put them in ponds, and the brim will get in there and fan them out instead, and give them something to fan out and lay eggs and things like that. So anybody that's familiar with pea gravel, it's about the same size as a pea. It's just smaller size gravel. So
I never knew that about brim and making brim beds.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I always think of Christmas not too long ago.
Yeah, right.
And using
right.
Christmas trees, but
Right.
not gravel.
Right. But as a bedding material, it's really good for brim, bluegill.
So you can find out a lot of history. You can find out there are a lot of uses
Right.
for gravel that we can all learn a little bit more about.
We drive over it every day, and we don't think about where it comes from. So
Not at all.
it's pretty cool.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Long. Thank you for joining us this week on Next to Nature.